When the Galactic Cultural Exchange Council selected Earth's representative, they expected a diplomat. What they got instead was Lachlan Lockie Doyle, a 19-year-old Australian exchange student from Wagga Wagga, armed with a wide-brimmed hat, a lopsided grin, and absolutely no sense of fear. The council had meant well. Earth had just recently been accepted into the interstellar community. Protocol dictated that a young cultural ambassador be sent for a 6-month integration term aboard the council's flagship station, Harmonious Unity, home to over 70 species. They expected a calm, curious, and respectful human, someone who would quietly observe, ask polite questions, and eat non-offensive food. Instead, they got a 6-foot-tall walking chaos machine who drank fermented Zarn milk like it was beer, wrestled a 5-limbed predator on day 3 for a laugh, and by the second week was banned from 3 entire decks. It all started. Innocently.lock, Y stepped off the human shuttle wearing flip-flops, board shorts, and an Australia-themed singlet. No translator chip was needed. He greeted the 6-tentacled Thrixian delegate with, "JJ, mate, this the pub or the prison?" The Thrixian shrieked. Lockie thought it sneezed and patted its back. "Bless you, Cobber. You all right?" Ambassador Veltharuan of the Krith Collective, a species known for its calculating precision and absolute intolerance of disorder, had reviewed human profiles extensively. He'd read of their wars, their logic, their science. He had not read about magpie attacks, drop bear memes, or the concept of a shoey. After 2 days, Veltharuan filed a formal complaint to Earth. Your representative bit the ceremonial honor fish while it was still alive, then claimed he was just seeing if it was sushi. Earth's response was surprisingly casual. "Yeah, mate, sounds like Lockie. Just let him be. He'll grow on you." Veltharuan did not want Lockie to grow on anyone. Things escalated. On day 17, when Lockie entered the High Council kitchen, the Ulurith chefs had spent weeks preparing a sacred stew of fermented starroot, aged for a decade. It was reserved for only the most diplomatic of occasions. Lockie sniffed it, dipped his finger, and said, "Tastes like Vegemite gone off, mate." He then pulled a tin from his backpack and offered them actual Vegemite. One Ulurith fainted on the spot. Another tried it and confusingly loved it. Within a day, Ulurith chefs were spreading it on sacred flatbread and renaming it Earth Brine. The chaos spread. Lockie taught the aquatic Lumari to surf on maintenance panels in the Zero-G pool. He organized a laser tag match between 2 rival insectoid factions, ending a 700-year diplomatic Cold War in one sweaty afternoon. And when the carnivorous reptilian Zervok mocked Earth's primitive spear weapons, Lockie just grinned, chucked a didgeridoo at its head, and shouted, "Primitive this, ya lizard sook." He was detained, briefly, but it was week 5 when things truly spiraled. The hostile Vortic Empire launched a surprise infiltration. Their agents boarded Harmonious Unity under cloaking fields, disabling internal systems and capturing the command center. Panic erupted. Lockie, who had been napping under a hydroponic mushroom canopy with a hangover, woke up to alarms blaring. He blinked, adjusted his sunnies, and muttered, "This ain't Bondi." Then he saw the Vordak, 8-foot armored brutes with plasma rifles. One aimed at him. "Human, surrender." Lockie raised his hands. No worries, mate. Let me just reach into my bag for my..." He pulled out a can of spray deodorant and a lighter. "What is that?" "Improvised flamethrower." "Mate, whoosh!" One Vordak screamed as Lockie turned it into a fireball. Another lunge, and got cracked across the head with Lockie's infamous combat thong, a reinforced flip-flop he modified with steel lining, and human stubbornness closing parenthesis. By the time security forces arrived, Lockie had single-handedly disabled 5 Vordak, sealed the bridge, and was eating a slice of emergency ration cake. "Don't worry, sorted it," he told the stunned captain, mouthful. "Also, your fridge light's busted." The Galactic Council called an emergency session the next day. Veltharuan demanded Lockie be sent home. "He's a menace. He teaches children to chug. He weaponized footwear, and he started a bar fight with a diplomatic envoy over table. Manners? But the Lumari delegate argued. He taught our hatchlings to belly flop. It was glorious. The Ulurith ambassador, cheek stained with Vegemite, added he gave us purpose, flavor, chaos. We, like him. Even the Zervok, bruised and missing 3 scales, growled, he fights like a beast. He stays. A vote was called. By majority rule, Lockie was allowed to remain, not as a student, not as a diplomat, but as Earth's cultural warfare liaison, a newly invented position with one job: go make friends, or enemies, whichever breaks the ice faster. Weeks later, as Lockie taught a class on advanced human negotiation techniques, which mostly involved drinking contests, casual threats, and the strategic use of sarcasm, he leaned back in his chair and sighed. You know, he told the class of 50 alien cadets, I came up here to learn stuff, but I reckon I've taught more than I've taken. The room applauded, or shrieked, or buzzed, depending on species. Back on Earth, they watched the footage and laughed. Maybe. One general said, we didn't send a diplomat, but we sure as hell sent a message.